And that is the tallest barometer in the world.
Dear.
Now, the way it works is they say that if you can see the top of the mountain, that means it's going to rain. But if you can't see the top, it's already raining. It's pretty accurate, folks. Ketchikan is known as the rainiest city in the state of Alaska. We get an average annual rainfall of over 165 inches.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of rain, isn't it? That's over 13 feet. We measure our rain here by feet. And check out this red pickup truck to your left. And the plate number says, ho ho ho, that'll tell you. Belongs to Santa. Forget about the reindeer sleigh. And later on, if you folks have some more time, if you want to watch the Great Lumberjack Show, right over there in front of us on the right, that's where they do it. And then if you want to drive around later on your own, there's a little rent-me electric cars right in front of us on the right. I think it's $50 an hour.
Whoa.
And check out this brand new building coming up right in front of the coach. Is the Ketchikan's Fire Department. Brand new building, $15 million. Wow. Yeah. And there's a fire engine 1925 Classic right there.
Oh, wow.
And check out the park right across the street on the right. It's called Whale Park. We call it a whale park because if you're looking from the top of it, it's shaped like a whale. You can see the tail end of the whale right over there. And there's a totem pole there. Can you folks see the totem pole?
Yeah.
They say that if you rub the belly on the bear figure on the bottom, it's guaranteed that money will pass through your hands. You folks want to get up and rub it? And then say which way it's going to pass through. You probably already did, huh? This pink building to your right is the federal building. It's recently been repainted, but we had to vote on what color, white or pink. Well, guess who won? The women. The women here outnumbers the men 5-1. All the women here say, hey, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. And right over here to your left is the famous Creek Street, the old red light district. And there's a green building there. It's called Ali's House. Creek Street was built on rock pilings joined by boardwalks, and it's strictly for foot traffic only. And all the women there, they call themselves the sporting ladies. And they say that there's only one reason why the fish and the fishermen comes up to Creek Street to spawn. But the U.S. Coast Guard shut it down back in the 1950s, party poopers, because the ladies got older. Over here in front of the coach on the left, they are shaving the rock and they are turning it into gravel and sand. And they're selling it for $200 per dump truck load delivered. So I ordered 2 dump truck loads for my driveway. It was a good thing because my mother-in-law was in town, so she's been shoveling for a week now. No wonder she's leaving. When I first came up here, I used to work on this white building in front of us on the right, Alaska General Foods. It's one of the 6 canneries that operates here in Ketchikan. And all these container vans to your right, that's where we get all our food supply that comes from the lower 48s, from cabbage to Cadillacs. The cost of living here is a little bit higher because everything has to be shipped up here. You are on an island, isolated island, called Revilla Hihero. It was named by Captain George Vancouver. It's about 60 miles long, 35 miles wide. And the U.S. Coast Guard base to your right, home to about 100 servicemen. And they provide search and rescue missions here in Southeast Alaska. And they also escort the cruise ships coming in and out of Ketchikan. And if you look on the right, the other island over there is called Peanut Island. The people who live there, they have to have a boat so they can take their kids to this island so they can go to school. Otherwise, they have to swim with their backpacks. Just like how we go to the airport, because our airport is on another island, so we have to swim across with our luggage. But if you have money, you can ride the airport ferry, and they charge $5 per person. And they were going to build a bridge from this island to the airport. It's called the Bridge to Nowhere. Did you folks hear about that? And look at the Alaska Airlines right above us. It's about to land at the airport. It's very expensive to fly out of here because there's no competition, only Alaska Airlines. And only 727s lands here, no bigger, because we only have 7,500 feet of runway.
Wow, that's nothing.
Do you folks remember the former governor, Sarah Palin? She's very famous. She got the money for the Bridge to Nowhere, and the former Senator Ted Stevens, they both have gotten the money to build the Bridge to Nowhere, but then Sarah Palin became the vice presidential candidate. So they had to scratch it out because it was going to cost millions and millions of taxpayers' money, over $350 million, because they have to build a bridge high enough so that the carnival spirit can go underneath it. It's going to cost the most in U.S. history. So they spent that money somewhere else. How's everyone doing so far?
Very good.
Good. Do you folks have any questions at this moment? Not at this moment. Okay. Coming up directly in front of the coach on the left, you will see a street. It's called Totem Row, and that's where you'll see Saxman Native Village Totem Park. And then if you want to see an eagle's nest, 1 o'clock, you see that tree over there? So look at the totem poles to your left, and then the eagle's nest. There's an eagle right over there. Somebody have an eagle eye. Yeah, there's one right there. We do have a large population of bald eagles here. Can you see it? And check out the prices of gasoline here. Right in front of the coach on the right, it's $4.25 per gallon, regular unleaded. Here in Ketchikan, we don't really care about the prices of gasoline because we only have 30 miles of paved road on this island. Where are you gonna go? So it doesn't matter even if it's $5 a gallon. And if you're wondering if we have a hospital here, yes we do. It's called Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center. And they are the largest employer here in Ketchikan. And we have over 100 bed spaces in our hospital. Check out this bus right in front of us. It says, the bus. We do have a public transportation on the island, and it's called the bus. If you want to ride the bus, it's only $1. And if you want a discount, you have to look over 65 years old, and then you'll get a 50 cents discount, senior fare. Under 11 is free to ride the bus with an adult. Good deal, huh? Mm-hmm. The reason I know that, because I also drive the bus. That's my full-time job. A lot of people, they ask me, hey Mel, what do you do in the winter when the cruise ships are gone? I'm a school bus driver in the winter because the cruise ship season starts from the month of May until the end of September. And then the school starts in September after Labor Day, and then it ends in June. Right now I'm driving big kids. We We do have 6 elementary schools here, 2 high schools,
Wow.
1 middle school, and a university called University of Southeast Alaska. It's a branch of the University of Alaska, and they do offer 4-year courses here, even nursing classes. And then the Holy Name Catholic Church, they have their own private school here. Clover Pass Church have their own school. Church of God have their own private school. There's a total of 29 churches on this island up to date. And about 30 bars at one time. So we're religious drinkers here, folks. I mean, we drink religiously. But all those bars, they turned into jewelry stores. There's over 50 of them downtown. Every port of call that you go in the state of Alaska, same jewelry stores. These folks are very wealthy. They own stores in New York, Miami, Las Vegas, Cayman Islands, and they own their $1 million homes on this island somewhere. Right over here in this area, this is a good fishing spot. It's called Mountain Point, and this is where I usually go. But I don't really need a boat. I'll just park the car right here on the side of the road and then just walk down to the beach. And my 15-year-old daughter and my 7-year-old daughter, they tag along with me, and she caught my 15-year-old caught a 20-pound king salmon out here. And when we got home, I cleaned it up, I filleted it, I put a little bit of salt and pepper and a hint of lemon. Put it in the oven for about 20 minutes, 350 degrees, preheated. And when it was done, they put ranch dressing on the top, and it made it even better. I just found out anything with ranch makes it better. But my little 7-year-old daughter, she prefers bottom fishing. So what we'll do on a nice day like this, we'll wait for the cruise ships to go away, and we'll go bottom fishing there on the dock. I just buy myself a herring. That's what we use for bait. And I'll cut it into small pieces, put it in the hook, and throw it in the water, let it sit in the bottom. And we usually catch a bunch of rockfish, sometimes red snappers. Those are my favorite. Good eating. Very expensive if you buy it at the store. It's also known as the yellow eye. So if we catch a bunch of those, I'll clean it up, fillet it, deep fry it, and then we'll wait for the wife to come home from work, and we'll have her sweet and sour. Right now I'm starving. Now for those of you folks, if you wish to come back up here in Ketchikan and you decide to go on a fishing tour, I highly recommend you bring a pistol with you. Why? Because if you are fishing for a halibut fish, those fish can get up to 300 pounds to over 1,200 pounds. So if you got a small boat and you caught a 400-pounder, you put him in your boat and it starts flopping, it would knock you over and sink your boat. It's too powerful. So I highly recommend you shoot him in the water, because if you put him in your boat and then shoot it, now you got 2 problems. I've learned from experience. Plus we have to rent a forklift to get it out of the water because it's too heavy. So we like to catch the 100-pounders, 50-pounders, because they're easier to handle and their meat is so tender. And my wife cooks it with coconut milk, halibut curry, she calls it. She'll put red bell peppers on it, green bell peppers, potatoes, onions, salt and pepper, soy sauce, fish sauce, and just boil it with coconut milk. It's pretty good. Now, you folks can also come back here in Ketchikan via Alaska State Ferry. But the Alaska State Ferry services Bellingham, Washington, as far as down south, and it will take 36 hours ferry ride to Ketchikan. But if you want to come back via Alaska Airlines, it's only 90 minutes from Seattle. Now, our hospital here is mostly general practitioners, so they can't handle severe trauma. For example, if I cut my leg off with a chainsaw, I'd have to be medevac to Seattle Harborview Medical Center. And if you don't have insurance, a private plane ride would cost you about $20,000 to keep you alive. So we try to stay away from chainsaws. Now, did you folks notice the houses outside the city? They got one of them what we call cisterns. It's a galvanized iron, 15 to 20 feet high. It catches the rain from our roof. Because if it doesn't rain here for a week, we are in drought. We have to purchase water. $185 for 1,200 gallons. Bulk delivery. Right now, folks, we are on the Herring Cove. This is a popular fishing location, and this is where they do the zip line tours. And this is also a popular location to watch black bears coming up here on this area because they're trying to catch all the fish that comes up the stream. And just like the eagles, there's a couple of bald eagles there. See them?
See the eagles up there? There's two down here. Over there.
Now these bald eagles are called striking raptors. Look at them on the tree right over there.
Up in the tree. Yeah. Wow.
These bald eagles' wingspan can reach up to about 8 feet, and they could get heavy up to about 15 pounds. And their lifespan is a little over 50 years. And they do have powerful eyesight. They can see a small fish under the water from about a mile. They can see 3 to 5 times further away than a human eye. And their speed was clocked in at about 120 miles an hour. And their talons, they can grip 1,000 pounds per square inch. It could crush your skull. Powerful talons. We also have a large population of black bears on the island. And you know, the city, they gave us this supposed to be bear-proof garbage cans. But it's not bear-proof. What the bears will do is they'll tip it over and then they'll sit on it and then the lid pops out. And they make a big mess. But there is a $200 fine for leaving your garbage cans unsecured because they don't want to end up shooting the bears here.
Nice house.
We also have Sitka black-tailed deers on the island and Alexander archipelago gray wolves. Now, did she tell you I was going to give you a test today? No, since this is your last stop in Alaska, you folks probably learned a little bit about Alaska. Are you folks ready? We'll see if you can pass this test, huh? Does anyone here remember the Alaska state flower? Forget me not. I'm glad you haven't forgotten. What about the Alaska state sport? Does anyone here know? What was that? Dog sledding or dog mushing is the correct answer. What about the Alaska state fish? Does anyone here know? Salmon. What kind of salmon? King salmon is the correct answer. What about the Alaska state bird? Does anyone here know? Mosquito is incorrect. Who said that? That is wrong. Bald eagle is incorrect. Any other guesses?
Golden ptarmigan or something?
The willow ptarmigan is the correct answer. What about the Alaska state animal, four-legged? Bear is incorrect, sorry. Moose, who said that? You are absolutely wrong, sorry. Caribou is incorrect. Deer, what kind of deer?
Sitka deer.
The Sitka black-tailed deer is the correct answer. I just mentioned that earlier too. How about the Alaska State's mineral? Does anyone here know? Gold. What about the state's gem? Jade. Oh, you folks are pretty good. Let me think of something harder. What about the Alaska State fossil? Fossil. Fossil. What was that? The woolly mammoth is the correct answer.
Okay.
How about the Alaska State Capitol?
Juneau.
Juneau, everyone knows that. You've been there, huh?
Huh?
All right. Oh, this is the easiest one. If you can answer this one, you can pass the test. What is the Alaska State marine mammal?
Humpback whale?
Whale? What kind of whale?
Humpback?
Humpback whale is incorrect.
Orca?
Orca is incorrect. Sperm whale. Who said that? You are absolutely wrong. Sorry. Any other guesses? It's a whale, but what kind of whale? Blue whale is incorrect. Baleen whale is incorrect. Beluga whale is incorrect. Good guess. Killer whale is incorrect.
Narwhal?
Narwhal is incorrect. It's a whale, but what kind of whale? Did you folks run out of whale? Humpback is incorrect. Minke whale is incorrect. You folks give up? Yeah. Oh, you just failed the test. It's the bowhead whale. Bowhead. You said bowhead? I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Then you passed the test. Now right over here to your left, if you want to get your cameras out, you want to take a picture. The waterfalls. You can't see it. I'll drive slowly. Now when it rains, more water falls down on that waterfalls.
Did you get a good one?
Okay. How's everyone doing?
Great. Good.
All right. You folks have any questions? No? Okay. Now, back in 1867, folks, the Secretary of the State, William Henry Seward, he was the guy who negotiated the purchase of Alaska from the Russians. You folks remember how much? 17 million? Any other guesses? $7.2 million. That's about 2 cents an acre. Now, many people thought Seward didn't have both his oars in the water at that time. Seward's follies or Seward's icebox. But look at Alaska now. They discovered gold, oil, tourism, fishing industry, timber industry. The Tongass National Forest alone is 17 million acres. Now that makes it the largest in the United States. And we are at the heart of the Tongass National Forest. If you stretch it out, it would go from Washington, D.C. to New York. That's how long it is, about 300 miles. It's about the size of the state of West Virginia, or 3 times as large as Massachusetts. Now, here in Ketchikan, there are 3 major industries here. Number 1 is tourism. We call you folks the stimulus package. And then we have the fishing industry, and then the timber industry in that order. And here in Ketchikan, there's 2 governments here. We have the city of Ketchikan and the Ketchikan Gateway Borough. Both have their own mayors and councilmen. They tried to consolidate, but it didn't work. Why? Because nobody wants to lose their jobs. But the people of Ketchikan, they voted that they want one government for 13,000 people. And if it works this time around, they're going to call us Municipality of Ketchikan. Now, back in 1999, we bought a property up on Deer Mountain, not all the way to the top, but it's a modular home, 3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, 2,500 square feet, and it cost $130,000. It's a rent-to-own deal, but 30 years to pay. So I'll be a senior citizen by the time I pay that off. Welcome to the club, huh? It's better than renting because the average 1-bedroom apartment here is in the range of $700 to $900 a month, not including the utilities, such as water, sewer, solid waste disposal, garbage collection, that kind of stuff. And we are now approaching the George Inlet Lodge. I'd like to remind everyone to please remain seated until I get this coach into a complete stop. And please allow me to be the first one off this coach for my own safety. I'll give me a chance to grab that step stool down there for you and put it there. Did you folks enjoy my spiel?
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. And please check all your personal belongings. Do not leave anything on this coach because I will not be the one to take you back to your ship because I have to go back and I'll do another tour.
Be the 79 steps. You counting, Cameron? Whoa. It got too loose, I guess. I would agree with that. Good morning.
Welcome to George Inlet Lodge.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. But here, you go back behind there. Oh, okay.
Back over there.
Oh, yeah, you can get there with him.
Guide today, and this is Captain Sinky. I'm serious, that's his real name. Talk about a bad career choice, right? Alright, well before we get started, I'm going to go over a few safety points for you. There are life jackets underneath your seats, and the seats open from the back. There are children's life jackets under that seat behind that table there. There are 3 fire extinguishers on board. There's one under that seat there, one under that last seat in the back. So you guys are my firefighters today, okay? Alright, there's also one next to the captain. There are life rings on the back of the boat. If someone happens to fall overboard, I need you to point at them and make eye contact. Don't lose sight of them. And then the captain will take care of the rest, and you're welcome to laugh and take pictures of them. There's also a self-deploying life raft on the back of the boat that seats 50 people. Alright, does everybody feel safe?
Yeah.
Alright, good. There's also a restroom in the back of the boat as well. And we're going to head over to Coon Cove and take a look at some Dungeness crabs today. And along the way, we're going to make a couple stops so you guys can get out on the back deck and take pictures. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Alright, good. Well, what city are we in?
Ketchikan?
Ketchikan, right. It's named after the Tlingit word, which means the soaring wings of an eagle. Because if you stand at the top of Deer Mountain in town and you look down at Ketchikan Creek, it looks like the shape of an eagle with its wings outstretched. Does anybody know what island we're on? We call it Revilla Gigado. Repeat after me, Revilla Gigado. Oh, close enough. The island is about 35 miles wide and 55 miles long. It's about the size of Rhode Island, but with way fewer people and way more trees, as you may have noticed. Are you guys northbound or southbound today? Southbound. Okay, so this is your last stop along your way? How's it been so far? Good. You seen any wildlife?
Yeah.
Whales? Any bears?
No bears.
No bears. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for bears. Some common wildlife we see around here are black bears and black-tailed deer, bald eagles, of course, seals, sea lions, sea otters, porpoises, orcas, and humpbacks. So keep an eye out. If you see something, make sure you point it out because we'll all want to take a look. Now we're coming up here to our first stop. I'm going to sing a little jingle for you. If you know it, sing along with me. When it's Libby, 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 on the label, 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 people like it, like it, like it, on the table, table, table. Yeah, sounds familiar to some of you. You've probably eaten something made by Libby's out of a can. Fruits, vegetables, beans, or salmon. This site opened in 1915 as a saltery where they salted salmon to preserve it. Then they switched over to canning, and it was owned by Libby's. Back before Alaska became a state, they were using fish traps to catch 90% of the salmon population around here. They say the only reason they weren't catching 100% is because they took Sundays off. Now these traps floated on the surface. They were made of chicken wire. They'd extend down 150 feet and they could reach out hundreds of feet. So the salmon would be swimming along, minding their own business, and come up to this fence, swim along it looking for an opening, and the opening led to a net. And that's how they were trapped. It was very effective. Now I can let you guys out on the back of the boat. Feel free to open your windows as well. Then we'll come back and talk more about the cannery. of the tree is falling over a little bit. And there's an old story that says years ago, hemlock and spruce were competing to see which was the tallest tree in the forest. And the spruce wins. The tallest spruce on record is 230 feet tall, and it has a diameter of 11 feet. It's a big, big tree. So the hemlock, because the spruce is taller, the hemlock is forever bowing to this spruce. So it's bowing over on the top. Spruce is a really good tree for bald eagles to build their nests in. The branches grow straight out, and they're sturdy to hold up all of that weight of the nest. And they're nice and tall because the eagle likes to be in the top of the tree. Did your bus driver point out eagles in Herring Cove on your way out here on the bridge? Normally bald eagles are very territorial and they don't like to live close together. But Ketchikan is the salmon capital of the world. So there's a lot of food for them and they can live really close. You can see more than a dozen bald eagles perched together in the same tree, all watching out for salmon. Bald eagles mate for life and they typically use the same nest year after year, so their nests can get to be huge. And the biggest known nest is 9 feet across and 20 feet deep. So it spans several branches. That nest weighed over 2 tons. What do you see? Waterfall. Yep, that's Mahoney Falls coming up here. It's a 2,000-foot cascading waterfall. Now coming up here, we'll also be able to see a bald eagle's nest near the end of the point up here. The nest has been in use for 4 years, so it's not quite as big as that one record nest. And when bald eagle parents walk around in their nest, they ball up their feet and they walk on their knuckles. Why do you think that is? So they don't hurt the babies with their talons, right? So they don't injure the young with those sharp talons. Now the nest here is near the end of this point. There are 3 dead trees standing in a row. And near the top is a dark bundle of branches, and that's the nest.
Open the window.
So I'll let you guys out on the back deck. Let me know if you have any trouble finding the nest or the falls.
See it up there? We're gonna go outside. See the nest? Look. See the dead trees? Look up at the top. See the big, like, hunk of.
Oh yeah, I see it. Where?
See the dead trees?
Over there.
See it?
That's what it's right over there. Oh, I see.
It's in the dead ones all the way towards the top.
Yeah, I saw that.
See the waterfall camera?
Yeah.
Look up at the top, or the tops of those dead trees.
Yeah, it's just a big old blob of. Well, it's a eagle's nest, but I don't think there's nothing in it.
Yeah, can't tell if there's an eagle actually in it or not. Yeah, you saw it.
Another waterfall on the other side.
See the waterfall over there?
No, not the one on the right, the one on the left.
4-year-old eagles.
See how there's 2 waterfalls coming in?
Yeah. I would. There you go. Your nose.
I see a little tail.
You do, huh?
Fish, the red ones will sting you, but the white ones will not. Did everybody get a good picture of the nest up there? The bald eagles will lay between 1 and 3 eggs, but often if they have 3 young, the largest eaglet will kill the smaller eaglets for competition for food. In the lower 48, the survival rate is only about 1 eaglet, but because there's more food around here available, the survival rate is about 2 eaglets. And we all know that bald eagles aren't really bald, right? They just have white feathers on their heads and on their tails. But do you think they're born that way?
Nope.
No, it takes them about 5 years to grow that distinctive plumage. Until then, they're all brown and they have white spots on their bellies and under their wings. They're called juvenile bald eagles, easily confused with golden eagles, but we don't have any golden eagles here. So back there was Mahoney Falls, coming down from Mahoney Peak. There's a lake up there too. What do you think the lake is called?
Mahoney.
Mahoney Lake, right. Then there's another lake at the bottom. What's that one called? Lower Mahoney Lake. Yep. There's a mine tucked in there too, Mahoney Mine, of course. A whole lot of Mahoney going on around here. And back during the Klondike Gold Rush in 1898, prospectors stopped in Ketchikan for supplies on their way up north to look for gold. While they were here, they heard terrible stories about people freezing and starving to death up there. So they decided to hang around and look for gold around here. Just along this inlet, they opened up 14 mines and hardly found any gold. In fact, people made more money selling shares of the mines than they did on the gold itself. But they did find lead, silver, zinc, and some other metals. White birds? The white birds, you say? Really large ones. Those are seagulls. Yep. We have... What other white birds do you think there would be? Some Arctic terns? Oh, we do have great blue heron. Important you remember that because they're going to ask you in the dining room, what's the legal size of a male crab? And you'll all say...
6 inches.
6.5 inches. And they'll say, who is your tour guide? She was so informative. You guys listened so closely. Now the females will only get up to about 7 inches across their back. The males up to 11 inches. But normally you find them smaller. Has anybody here caught crabs before? Dungeness crabs, I mean. Alright, a couple crabbing experts. Now we put 4 crab pots or cages out in the cove. They're all marked with buoys. So we'll be pulling up 2 crab pots and we'll put them on that table in the middle there. And I'm going to need 2 volunteers to help me pull up the pots. 1. 2.
Alright. Now pull up the crab pots, huh? So how big do they have to be, Cameron? 6.5.
And there's a buoy that's way out there more. In deeper water, here's another one right here. Those are marking shrimp pots.
Ah.
You want a shrimp pot to be down between 300 and 600 feet deep.
Wow. We're just catching crabs. Dungeness crabs, right, Cam? Guys, back up.
Alright, so I'm gonna have you pull up the first pot.
The second one,
Yep.
I didn't volunteer.
You didn't volunteer? How about you? I think I picked you.
Liam, look.
There you go, you can grab this rope. Pull it up and feed the slack into that basket there. The end that you pull. There you go. I'll step out of the way right here.
It's slimy, huh? No. Good girl.
Just wet.
Wet. Jim, can you see it? Get her picture? What about, go on the other side, get her face? That's to get in here. Hard work. Yeah, let's watch out. Yeah, let's get some pictures down. Well, I'm gonna get her face.
It's about 1,000 feet deep right here. No, I'm just kidding. Yep, about 60 feet. Yep, our current depth is at the bottom of these screens here.
What?
Heavy, huh? Where's that the anchor line? Got it. Keep going.
Good girl.
Wow, heavy.
Good girl. Now you're not gonna be a crabber for Richard, get some pictures.
There's probably a lot of crab in there.
Wet.
Come on, around.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, still.
Can you see?
Did good tonight.
You want an assistant?
Want your brother to help?
I'll try.
Well, Cameron, you're getting the next one.
Go ahead, bud. Whoa.
Picture. Try and get a picture.
Boy, they went in.
Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling,
Well,
everybody.
no, I guess I think they're
Oh,
both.
yeah.
How they're doing? Oh.
Keep going.
to go yet.
Don't give up.
Come on, keep going.
Yeah. Can you see his picture?
That's it. Here it comes.
I think I'll
Go.
Oh yeah, that's crap.
Here they come.
He's coming.
Yeah. All right.
We got fish and crab.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Got a crab?
Come on, keep going. Hi, halibut.
She's got halibut.
Step back, please.
I see the fish go.
Look at the size of that one crab.
Whoa.
Whoa, nice. Oh my gosh. Look at that, guys.
Crab!
Huge crab.
That's some deep.
And a halibut.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
And crab. On that one. That one.
Pictures of the kids.
Oh, the fish. How do you guys put the rope in that basket?
How they get in? They climb their way in there.
All right.
And then they get trapped in.
Now the crabs come into the pot through the holes in the sides here. And the wire falls down and traps them in. But if they're under the legal size, they can escape through these holes in the sides here. Yeah, look, there's a fish.
We got some fish.
Did you put that fish in? work well.
That would be good.
Nope.
That's like we get salmon in there.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Oh, you look. Oh gosh. Ew. All right.
It's so cool.
Get out of the way.
It was yummy. He's trying to get a choice of chicken or crab.
Yeah.
Really halibut. Crab or oh, the open one.
All right. So this is a halibut.
Looks like a flounder.
It is a type of flounder. Yep. A flatfish. Now the
Do you
halibut.
want me to throw it back in?
We'll throw it in just a minute here. Now the halibut starts out life like this, but it lays on the bottom. So it turns on its side and lays on the bottom like that, waits for food to swim over it. So it lays like this, and its other eye on the other side of its head moves over.
Oh.
And it has two eyes on the same side of its head there.
Can I see?
Cameron.
See? Not yet, not yet.
Oh, yeah. Can I see the two fish? Can I see the two eyes? Can I see the two? Whoa, he's rough. Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, that's comfy. Yeah, because let me see. Can I see? Hang on 1 second. Picasso. Yeah, that's not pinky. How does it feel? Can I toss it back in, Mooney?
I'm gonna toss it in. Did everybody get to see the halibut? I don't want to keep him out of the water for too long.
That's good. Go save his life.
Alright. Now when he swims back to the bottom, he's gonna go like this. Still on his side.
That's cool. This is good.
Alright, I've never caught a fish in the pot before. That's pretty exciting. Sometimes we catch sea stars in the pot, and we have to take those out because they'll eat the crabs.
Oh, wow. That's
What for the crab thing?
I know.
The crabs,
Oh my god.
they probably could eat the halibut. Yeah, they can catch fish.
I would need like an industrial glove
Something on
to
there.
touch it.
Yikes.
Oh, look at that
That
one.
one in. Eat this.
Now to tell the difference between the male and the female crab, we look at the shape on their belly or their apron. This larger crab is the male. You can see that it has that long, skinny shape.
The other one's the female.
We say that it looks like the Washington Monument. And the female has that wide, short shape. We say that it looks like the Capitol building.
Crab.
They're both politicians.
So you're eating crab or
And you can see that the female is usually smaller than the male. She's trying her hardest to get me in the way of her pictures.
I like salmon. I think it's trapped. I like salmon.
Now the Dungeness crab doesn't have very good range of motion, so he can't pitch me when I hold him like this. The safest way to hold them is on their back, with your hand flat like this and your thumb alongside your hand. And just lay them on their back, and they just relax like that. That's called tonic immobility. The same thing would happen to an alligator or a shark if you flipped it onto its back. And then you can rock them like a baby. They'll just go to sleep for you. And you can also hold the crab up by his pinchers.
Pintos.
And if you're feeling bold, you can
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
sit on that.
No.
They'll give you a nice massage there.
I'm the female.
Nice. A massage.
Blow at him.
Alright, now who wants to hold a crab?
The eyes are freaky, not me.
They are so pretty.
They're kind of.
I'll do it.
What's the
You're gonna hold him by his
thing
pinchers?
inside?
He's really strong.
What's the blue thing inside that?
Make sure you keep his claws apart from each other, okay?
Miss.
You want to show him for a picture? Yeah.
What's the blue thing
Here,
inside?
Cameron, hold it up.
Inside the fish, this is part of the crab pot. It's a weight.
Lovely.
This is kind of.
Sean, you gonna hold one?
No, that one.
You can hold it on its back.
Oh my gosh.
Balls together.
They're more brave than I am.
I don't want to hold them. I don't want to hold the crab.
Oh, look how big. You can just hold it right on it. You just sit it on its back, it'll go to sleep for you.
No, a different one. That's it.
Yeah, that's the bait.
Okay. Okay. Baby female.
That's a small one. He
Got a good hold? Watch your
I think
finger.
I'll put his claws together.
Oh my god. Just keep your hand flat like that. There you go.
There you go. You can just do that.
Kind of looks like a spider.
Look around like that.
Hey, has any legs?
Hold the go.
No.
Oh
my gosh! Ah, don't get in there.
Are you gonna hold one?
Oh my god.
Get me in it.
Yeah.
Wow, crabs are smart.
We'll get the girl to transfer it over.
How does it feel?
Crabs are smarter than the fish. You don't want to hold it? Octopuses are really smart.
I think we'll get the girl to transfer it over. Where's I? Transfer it over.
Okay, Maggie, move it.
Is that similar to a starfish? Or is it
A starfish and a sunstar, they're both types of sea stars.
It's quite big to eat the crabs.
This, yes. Yeah.
Crabs flipped over.
Is it icy cold?
Back in.
Can I get one of the tricky ones? You've got good.
Look at that big booty. No!
There you go. Gotcha.
So yeah, are you gonna throw him in? No, we're gonna eat him.
Anybody else want to hold a crab?
These ones.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
He can't hurt you, don't worry.
What? Dad,
Here.
what's a spider?
Cameron.
Talking about.
Hold it lower down so you don't get pinched.
Oh, I thought you got it. Got it.
Salmon, that real fish.
Yeah, but you just put in the head and the tail.
Go, got it. Yeah.
Oh, look at me, Cameron.
Yeah, but I think my dad is my mom.
Lovely.
You want to have a massage?
I guess these can live a long time outside of water.
That is a king salmon. That bait in there is a king salmon. The crabs can be out of the water for up to 24 hours. They store water in their shell and they circulate it around over their gills.
Claws are the teeth. And cresses up with
I didn't know salmon had teeth.
Yeah.
Like they try to bite if you do.
It's bigger than it.
I don't know.
My dad. I wonder how the eye was the taste. He was the big guy. You should hold one. I love that. And the eyeball. I got my
How long
dad.
do the crabs?
Just for a cat. Hold one.
I was asking.
No!
if the salmon try to bite.
So you want to make this now? It's fun.
You want a crab hat, Cameron? You want a crab hat?
Can you put that one on my head?
Oh, sure.
But can you hold the pictures? Yeah. While I get a picture.
He's gonna massage your head. He's gonna mess up your hair.
That's
Daddy needs a crab.
picture of that guy.
Your eyes, Joanna.
Oh, it's right by your eye. Maybe it's peeing on you. Now to measure the legal size of the crab, you measure across the widest part of the back shell from point to point. And he's more than 7 inches. So he's legal to keep.
This one is probably smaller.
That one's small, but that one's also a female. So you can't keep her either way. Should we pull up another pot, see what we find?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more fish.
Cameron.
That's a big splash.
So make sure we throw the rope in just a little bit at a time. Don't throw it all in.
Cameron, let her do it.
Don't throw the buoy in yet either. Now we want the pot to go all the way to the bottom. Don't throw it all in. So we have to make sure that the rope doesn't get tangled on the way in.
All toss is a I don't even want to hold the
Now throw the buoy as hard as you can.
Toss it.
There you go.
you guys gonna do it?
You might need some jacket.
No, you can leave it on. Just zip it up.
That might be peanut. I wonder what surprises are here. You never know.
There you go. Alright.
The booby trap. The buoy is here. Oh yeah, the booby trap. Have no fear, the buoy is here. Have no fear, the booty is here. I just made that. Oh, that's another. I'm going to well. Yep. Now can we roll?
Yep, make sure you put the end of the rope in that basket.
Easy, and then it gets hard. I mean, really hard. I'll help you when it gets hard. Man, this is
Make sure the rope's going into the basket.
my yummy. So
That way
Yeah, Sean, you gotta make sure the rope's going in the basket.
See? There you go.
go to the back. What if the whole cage is full of crab?
Guys, make sure the rope's going into the basket.
Okay, you make sure your thumb's going. Okay. You're stepping on the rope. It's almost up. Oh, look. How much feet is it? 60 feet. That's not funny. Oh man, my hands are wet and cold. Can you see the cage yet? Almost there. Don't let go yet until I say stop. And this one is something full of fish. Okay, seaweed. We got some seaweed. This might be gross.
Oh, there's some moss right there.
Ew. That's seaweed. I see it. Oh, I see it. Stop. No, not yet. Not yet. Keep on pulling. Whoa! Oh! We got some more fish. Even ahead of that.
That's the bait that we put in.
Whoa!
Gotta pull, Cameron.
Don't go in. Alright, so you guys step back. Two, you need to step back here. Thank you.
Oh, this is gonna be gross. Run for your lives! Crabs!
Look out, Sean. It's coming to the table.
They're terrible beasts. Oh, look at that, guys. My hands are freezing. I'd rather be touching a crayfish than a crab. Whoa! Much more crabs.
What'd you catch,
I would
guys?
say just 50.
Well,
I would
count
say they're moving around.
Okay, once they're on their back, they don't move at all.
Ew, he's putting his feet inside the water.
Gotta hold on.
Alright, now anybody who didn't get to come up and see the crabs can come on up and take a look.
Hold crap. You've been there, done that?
Now we keep the pot closed with what we call rotten cotton. This string will break in the water after 2 weeks, so if the line gets cut and we lose the pot, then the crabs will be able to escape.
That's smelly. I like wood. It smells like seaweed in here.
Got it?
You sure, Sean? You can put your jacket over your hand.
What is that?
You want to put your jacket over your hand and hold it on your jacket?
I think that'd be
Sean?
Oh, this one. Oh, yeah.
It won't bite you. It won't pinch you. See just how he's holding it on his hand like that?
Got a friend for life.
Oh no, Mom, you shouldn't have said that.
You never know. Or you can do it like that.
Who else wants a crab?
No, not me. I want to hold one. Not me.
You want to hold one, Sean?
Like that.
You can just hold it on your hand like that. You can put your jacket over your hand and hold it on that.
That's not going to be fun.
But somebody else is doing it.
Look, the crab's opening.
Let me see, Cameron.
Did you see that? Whoa!
Cameron, let me see.
In an eyeball. And that's
Yeah, do you think that's the biggest one?
Texas nose. Hey, his liver is helping him get free.
It's the biggest one.
Yeah, they'll regrow any lost claws or legs if they lose them from a predator. And you can see that they seal off that opening there. The next time they molt their shell, which once they're adult size at about 6.5 inches, they'll shed their shell one
Cameron,
time
you put
per
it back
year.
in the trap.
Are you all finished with it?
Or you can just break your shell.
You wanna hold one,
What
Sean?
happens if you break your shell?
What?
What happens if you break your shell?
If you break their shell, then they'll die. So we have to be careful not to drop the crabs.
You sure
Oh,
you
look
don't?
at that crab trying to eat the skin. That one's
You wanna hold one, Sean?
Hey, that crab has a tail.
He's kind of trailing that fishtail, isn't he?
Looks like the claws have eyeballs.
You sure you don't wanna just hold one, Sean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can I touch the fish?
You can touch the crab.
No, a fish. Can I touch
Dead, it's dead. Kind of nasty, but you can touch it.
I would not touch that one. Can I hold that?
I'm going to pass this one to someone else who asked for him.
I want to see it.
Very nice. Excuse me.
She said, now hold out your hand there. Here, I'll turn it this way.
Oh my god.
Here, Sean, you wanna see that one?
Oh gosh. Okay. I don't like this one anymore.
There he goes.
Did you put him in here?
Oh, look at the one that was pinching the shell.
Oh gosh. I don't think I want to.
Can I hold one? Go like this.
I'll rock it.
I don't think it does. Your head. Not gonna allow it.
Rock it back crab.
What kind of predator? They're strong enough to break your finger, the bigger crabs. Yeah, and they can break your skin too. That crab just pinched me just in the nook of his arm.
Spit on it.
If he freaks out while you're holding
Yeah. Whoa, that one is big. Bubble
Can you get a
spit?
picture with this camera?
Yeah.
You see that crab's talking? They have these flaps that come open from their mouth, and they have these little finger parts that'll stick out. And these little windshield wiper parts that'll flap around. A lot of different things to help them eat their food.
I don't know.
That
Wow.
one's got like a bump on it.
Oh, sorry.
Look how pretty this shell is.
Something's
Get this
rolling
guy
on
back.
this shell.
Are these all?
There's two fish.
These crabs.
Do you want to rock it?
Oh, tell me if I'll bring up the other one. I'm out, Dad. Can I take this one?
Alright, well, are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
We can get back to our crab feast here.
Where's the chicken?
You ordered chicken?
Excuse me.
Yeah. I want to eat the chicken, not the crab. Do you want to eat crab?
Put them in there, yeah?
I'll try a bite.
Yeah, you can try a
I'm gonna be
bite.
the chicken eater.
Don't they look tasty? Cameron, don't they look tasty?
Yeah.
We're gonna throw these crabs.
Sean, do they look tasty?
No. Alright.
Sorry. You sure?
Can I hold one big one?
We're gonna toss these crabs back now.
Yeah.
Are those good to eat?
They're good to eat, Sean.
Those good to eat.
Hey, these big guys are big enough to keep, yep.
That's
Yeah, that's
the little
a
guys.
The little ones are females. We can't keep them, but they're too small. The small males we can't keep either.
Okay. Can I throw it back?
The cat! He had big long arms like me.
Excuse me. I'm gonna step back here. Oh, just shaking down. No, just like wait, there's a knot. Oh yeah, just let's slide through your
brought it here in 1975.
Now it's in the water.
That's what they do.
Mama, look at the swan.
Oh yeah.
Do you get me, Chief? No starfish, Dad.
Yep, some of these stars.
Dad, is this place gonna sink?
What gonna sink?
This.
Well, it's floating. See how far all of this moss and everything
Yeah.
is underwater at high tide.
Yeah, but no starfish. Look,
No, I
go
don't see
down
any sea
there.
stars.
You find some starfish.
I don't think so, buddy.
You're right behind
Probably
me.
amateur fishermen.
You already have one.
Oh, but this one says Alaska.
Cider? Here. Cameron, Sean. Cameron.
Sean, come here. Well, we'll see after we eat.
Hi, have some apple cider. How many are you?
On the 30-foot waves and catch the crab. And the second video will be of the fish tracking days before Alaska became a state in what year? 1959, very good. And after that, the fish tracking became illegal, of course. And for your viewing pleasure, depending on what you think of it, we have Mr. Hobo Jim. Yeah. Anyone hear of him? No? Yeah. Well, apparently we like him here at George Inland because we listen to him 10 times a day, 7 days a week. So, but he's our state balladeer, and if you're interested in him, you can go visit the gift shop and they'll give you more information about him. Also in the gift shop, you can get these great shirts, great souvenirs that say, I caught crabs at George Inland Lodge.
Oh, my grandpa caught crabs in the George Inland Lodge, okay? Alright, and now I will show you on the easy way eat your Dungeness crab, okay? So what we do, we start by pulling up every legs apart like so. And how it can happen. So, and this is a white, this is a body section, and sweetest meat is here, okay? So what you do next, you need just to break around shallow way, just like so. And this meat you can just dip in your butter and eat. We call this Alaskan lollipop, okay? Also, every leg have little magic tool. This guy, it's easy if you will break last two sections so you can hold it. If you have a problem with your lollipop, just push 1-2 times like so and you can see all meat will come right out. Not on the floor this time. Alright? And every section have a meat, small ones too. Not the biggest piece, but still meat. And for this section, you need first break empty shells. This is your second magic tool for today, okay? So you can see the soft shell, it's white color. Sometimes it can be a little bit darker, but it's still soft. Just put your fork with that soft shell, just like so. And you know, sometimes when you're traveling, you maybe don't like somebody who traveling with you. You can just tell, fire, okay? It's no rules here. Alright. We've got beautiful piece here. Right? So let's see. Sir, would you like to be first who will try this meat? Hopefully you're not a vegetarian, right?
Nope.
No? Okay, good. Alright, what's your name?
Jim.
Jim. My name is Anna. I'm gonna give you a hug and gonna feed you, and everybody else gonna be jealous, okay? That's good? How was it? Good? I mean the crab. Was it good too? Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. Alright, legs like this, big ones. First what you do, you start by pulling this, breaking this part off, okay? Because this might shell between meat. And then you can just break like so on 2 halves and use your crab crackers for this part, because this is a very hard shell and have some sharp stuff. Just crack it like so, and all inside it's all meat, okay? So if you have a problem with all the legs, just use your crab crackers, okay? If you still have a problems, we can be your 911 today, okay? So.
Alright, and so you folks know how your fish was, or your crab was prepared today. Much like you guys did today, the crab fishers go on a boat, pull up a crab pot. Who pulled up a crab pot today? Yeah. Well done, good job. Alright, and they separate the males and females, and they take the males that are at least, what in width?
6.5
inches. Very good. So they take the males that are at least 6.5 inches in width. They smack them on a dock rock or another hard surface, which takes off makes the top shell loosen that up, makes it easy to take off, and then you can break it in half. Take it up to a kitchen like this, where it's cooked in seawater or salt water for about 7 to 10 minutes. And after that, it's ready to eat. So much like that, we're gonna start it off with a half crab, and after that, we're gonna bring on another half, so you at least get 1 full crab. And we have plenty of crab, but make sure you save room for our delicious cheesecake, which I personally made up myself last night for everyone here. Yeah. This morning I got the blueberries.
Don't listen. Don't listen. I cooked for you the cheesecake last night and picked the fresh blueberries on the top of the cheesecake. I brewed a beer and I taught the captain how to drive the boat. Because you know, in Alaska, where's a man and so are the women, okay? Alright, speaking of men and women, we have lots of questions about ratio here, okay? It's not a big secret. We have couple guys floating around, okay? So, when Trish, owner of this lodge, moved 20 years ago, ratio was 7-to-1, okay? She called those good old days. But still, right now it's pretty good odds. It's 4 men to every 1 woman. So, any single ladies today in the house? Well, with those odds, any taking lady would like to be single? Because you know, ladies, if you see any single man in town, just grab one home, they can make great souvenir, okay? But we need to warn you, okay? In Alaska, odds are good, but the goods are odd, okay? So sometimes it can take all 4 men the seat full, all your full teeth, okay? So, alright, back to crab. So, we have, in the lodge, we have special crab shell stacking competition, okay? You can see the balls in the middle of your table. Just go ahead and put all empty shells there, okay? So, we have 2 rules only. The crab's supposed to be on the top, okay, the shell, and you can't hold the plate, okay? And we will come 2 times. The first time just see where's the competition at, and the second time we have special grand prize, okay? So let's roll up your sleeves, apologize to your neighbors, and let's get cracking!
Well, I suppose the product with it. Yeah.
The fish is not trying to eat it. It's a whole
You ready to go get on the bus?
Yeah, I'm going to see how fast I can run down.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Probably not.
What? What? I don't understand what you're pointing at. Guys, come up here. Cameron. Come here, guys. Come here. Stop. Come here with me. Come here with me. Come here with me. Come here with me. So cute. Guys, stand up. Look at Mama.
I got a souvenir. Do I get a souvenir?
Yeah, we'll look when we get back to town.
Can I feed the fish?
Cameron, wait for us, buddy.
Look at the swarm.
Look at what?
The swarm.
Oh, the swan. Yeah. About 10 minutes. Guys, turn around.
Cameron. Cameron. Sean.
Sean. Sean.
Don't run up them, honey. I don't see how they can bring anybody else up because it's...
Oh, there's a path over there where we were. A driveway.
Cameron, Sean. Cameron, wait for us. Don't. No pushing around. Cameron, Sean. Sean, stop. Now.
Say I won.
No, you did not win. Win. You're about to get yourself in trouble. I wish you guys could hold on and look at it either.
No, Cameron. Stop throwing rocks.
Dennis. Do it. Oh, crap. Here's the...
Bless you.
Stop, Pam.
You guys want a picture by the crab trap? Or pot? Smile. Lovely.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they're not still using it.
are you tired?
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, you want to get a picture later?
Did you see how soft that, the hair was on those crabs were? Yeah. That'll make your hair soft.
Go behind us and look at there.
Yeah, they're in the crab.
Can I go in it?
Go.
For wheelchairs, and now they use it for staying with chairs. See how little kind of chocolate thing? Yes, there's hardly got it. You ever didn't touch it to do it?
You both did. You both did the same thing, so it doesn't matter.
You hear the plane? Ready? Set. Cameron.
What'd you do, Sean?
You went like halfway down, stopped, and came back.
I should have did that. No, Cameron lost.
No, Cameron won. You cheated.
Oh, I didn't. You gotta touch my hand. You gotta touch my hand.
Come on, guys.
You gotta touch my hand. You gotta touch my hand.
I haven't heard from his attorney yet, but I'm pretty sure.
Have eagles that all along them that are going to be here in just a second on the left. I'm going to slow down through here. There's people on the sides of the road. If they're pointing anywhere frantically, it's probably because there's a bear around here. So this is we're gonna see a bear anywhere. This is usually the best shot. So just look around. Usually they're up around in here. If you see one, shout it out. I'm not gonna promise there's gonna be one, but usually if there is a bear, it's around here. So. This is Herring Cove, and there's those dead trees back there. You can see there's like 15 eagles in those trees. People out there fishing for king salmon. There's an eagle even in the water right there. Juvenile. They have king salmon that spawn up Herring Cove. There's a fish hatchery just up here a little ways. And king salmon will spawn. My friend told me this joke the other day, and I have not told it yet on the bus. You're gonna have to tell me if you thumbs up, thumbs down, if this is awful. But so this guy, he was camping, and he had a bald eagle, and the ranger was coming through and actually sees that he's cooking up this bald eagle, and he goes up and he's like, "Look, sir, I'm actually going to have to arrest you because bald eagles, you know, they're our national bird. It's a felony that you're actually committing right now. It's a felony even to own a feather from an eagle. So I'm actually going to have to arrest you. I'm sorry to say, but you need to come with me right now." And the man stopped and he's like, "I am so sorry. I had no idea. I'm not from here. Like, I had no idea that this was that big of a deal. Like, please, 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 just let me off. Like, I promise I will never do this again." Well, the ranger sat there and he thought for a second. He's like, "All right, look, I'm going to give you a warning. This is a pretty big deal. If I ever see you do this again, you are going straight to prison." So the man was really grateful. The ranger starts walking off and he turns around and he's like, "Wait a second, I'm kind of curious, you know, what does bald eagle actually taste like?" And the man was like, "Well, it tastes kind of like a mix between Bengal tiger and baby seal." I laughed so hard. This is probably a bad one. By the way, it is definitely a felony. Don't ever no eagles.
It's called a pink. Kids under 15 don't need a license. All they do is rent a pole. I even throw a discount down.
Yeah, if we had a little more time, we'd love to.
Did you catch that?
No, one of the guys got it. It's warmed up nicely.
Some days it's chowder or something.
Dad, check
What?
out who's blowing you.
What?
That dog.
I used to love it that one day I was in here.
You got a little one-year-old brother.
Huh?
What is that, honey?
Uh-huh. Look, guys.
Sean, Cameron, look.
Juvenile eagle.
I see it. Oh, that? Yeah.
What? He may not be flying away. Let's go across, see if we can see from over there. They seem to be just kind of chilling. Come on, Cameron.
I'm bigger than this, so I can go in there. Right here. Oh, steering wheel. Oh, he's gone. I knew he was going to fly. Oh, no, he's still
No,
there.
he's still there. Let's go down by like that red building.
Dad.
Oh, the juvenile
Steering
legal.
wheel.
Uh-huh.
Dad, take
What?
me to me.
We live in like
Okay.
forest up there. So they're around all the time now. They're waiting for the fish. It's quite hungry. Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, it is? Oh, I'm sorry. We're back where we should
No,
be.
you're
right?
supposed to be back here.
Hey.
Yeah. No, you're fine. They just can't jump over there. I've got a sick cat today, so
Aw.
he's
What?
laying on his little chair there, trying to recuperate.
This is a beautiful place you have.
Yes.
You live here year-round?
Yes.
Wow.
No, he's kind of sick today, honey. Otherwise, he'd be out for his pets and his kudos.
Do you have a poop?
He's sick, guys.
Kind of just feeling poorly. I could just tell this morning. He must be eating something funny.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh well, that's a cat's life, huh?
Hurt,
What are you
Karen.
gonna do? Thanks. Fun, you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Look up. If you can look up, there's lots of eagles in the air too.
Thank you.
Take one in here because they can get a little gold pan.
Oh, you guys want a pan for gold?
Yeah.
You like the gold pan, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, check it out. It's a boy kind of chocolate.
All right. Thank you. When you start acting right, son, you might not ever get them back.
I think I'm taking gold. So I have cookies in it, Mom. Where? In the water. Yeah, nothing.
Said, man, I knew it was cold outside.
Oh my goodness. No, guys. No,
Yeah.
guys. Let's keep.
Jest jeszcze 12, już 2 часа do odchodzenia.
2 часа отходит.
Час!
А он сейчас отходит? Сейчас отходит.
What? Huh? I don't know what they were talking about. No, we don't need a poncho.
It's large, it's really tiny.
I can